camper van essential video. What's up? We've been through some epic places, but more importantly, we survived these epic places. And we're here to tell you all the stuff that were essential. All the stuff that made our lives so much easier doing camper van life. Hey there, we're Cary and Cris, and we've been traveling full-time since June of this year. Since international travel was getting a little bit complicated, we decided to rent a camper van to travel our own backyard.
So for the next couple months, we are going to go coast to coast in our camper van rental, and we're going to see where it takes us in the time.
See you on the road.
Disclaimer, please excuse the poor cinematography and foul language. We're chefs.
Power inverter. Plugs into your little cigarette lighter socket in your van. This thing's great because we can actually charge multiple devices at once while the truck is going, so we don't have to rely on outlet power so often or van power or be plugged in all the time. This thing has saved our lives while we're driving. 4, 5, 6 hours. We charge up our batteries, camera batteries, phones, speakers, everything we're going to need when we won't have available power. This thing has been an absolute lifesaver. Super cheap. Amazon, what was this, like 10 bucks, 15 bucks, but worthwhile. That's why it stays up here. We use it often. That's why everything's still plugged in.
We will link it down below, and you can buy it for yourself.
Next,
Next one is this center console organizer. It's got pockets. Our van doesn't have very good cup holders, so this gives you 2 more cup holders. You got coins in here for toll, you got like little pockets and all that stuff. And if you have a pretty big van with like an empty middle part, it's perfect. Sits right there. There you go. And keeps all our organized. Number 3.
this thing has been a lifesaver. It's portable, rechargeable, clippable, 360-degree rotatable, cordless fan. This thing has saved our lives pretty much every night since we needed it. We actually found this at a Ross for like $8. This is a little nozzle in here. You can actually put a little squeeze bottle or water bottle and it acts as a mister. So super hot, it's good. Super cold, it's good. When it's really, really cold outside, we don't open the windows too much. Tonight's gonna be one of those nights, so this just circulates the air, so it's not just stagnant all night long. It runs on low power for about 8 hours with no charging, on high power for about 6 hours. We've gone through entire nights without needing to plug this thing back in. This thing's been a lifesaver. When we're not using it, it's usually always plugged into the front. Awesome. This should almost be number 1. So cool. Number 4.
Number 4, power banks. This one is kind of like our generator. It runs with 110 volts, 250 watts, and you can charge 3 USB items at a time. It's got a Type-C and it's got an outlet. So we got this in case we needed to plug anything and we don't have a plug-in for the van. So we can plug in our heater, our laptops, appliances, whatever we need. And then we also have 3 power banks. This one is gigantic. It's for emergencies, but these ones have been keeping us going so far. They're about 20,000 mAh. And it's enough to recharge our phones and the camera batteries and all that stuff. So very, very important to have backup battery because we haven't been able to plug in the van since we started. We got this thing off of Amazon for less than $100. It's one of the cheaper ones out there because it was on sale when we got it. I think normally it's about $120, but it's still definitely worth it just for that peace of mind, just in case something happens and you need that extra power. So we'll link it down below for you. Number 5.
The next really important one. We knew we were going to travel during the fall and a little bit of the winter time. Candles are huge. These are good from keeping the bugs away to a little bit of light. It does get really cold at night sometimes, so we want to warm it up. We'll light a couple of these, and in about 20 minutes our van is regular room temperature. And the smell. Sometimes the van smells a little bad because it's a very small enclosed space. These help alleviate that too. That's a lifesaver right there. Number 6.
Number 6, coffee maker. We cannot survive without coffee, and this little thing is small enough to travel with. It's also good for not just van life, but just travel in general because it's so small and compact. It has these filters, and then you just assemble it like so. This is your stirrer, this is your cup to catch your coffee, and then you put the filter right here, and then you put your coffee grounds, and then you put hot water, and then you fold this thing, you mix it, and then you press the coffee down, and then you have coffee in your cup. It's very nice. It's one of my most favorite things. Cary thinks it's annoying having to do that to make coffee. He likes instant, just coffee's done, but it makes really good coffee. It makes very fresh coffee. It's very good. It's very worth it. You can get it off of Amazon for super cheap as well, about 30 bucks.
What's the brand?
It's the AeroPress Mini. There's an AeroPress, there's a bigger one, so that you just have to do it once and you have like a full cup. We got this mini one so that it's easier to travel around with, and we can keep it in our suitcase when we do international travel. Next, number 7.
Number 7, portable camping grill. We do have a propane stove inside the van, but we don't like to use it for a few reasons. One, we don't want to keep having to fill up propane. 2, it makes the van really hot when you use it. And 3, we're in the van for most of our day, so we want to be outside of it as much as humanly possible. We cook most of our meals outside if we can, but this thing is awesome. Oh, I think it was like $18 on Amazon. It's all stainless steel. You can use charcoal, wood, sterno, a little butane burner, a little propane burner if you have one. It works for everything. And it completely collapses down to this itty bitty tiny bag. This is your pot rack. It fits a saute pan, a cast iron, a skillet, a teapot, anything you need. You have your little wire mesh grill for actual grilling. It's also really good for a little hibachi. Then in the bottom, you have your ash/drip pan, which is really important too, because if you've ever cooked outside, you want your ashes to drop down. It's also good when you're grilling. It acts as a drip pan too, so leave no footprint kind of thing. This thing is great. It comes with a windproof plate and also a little tub for cooking alcohol you can get, and you slide that right under there, and that works as well. Check this out. It's super portable. Heats up fast and cools down fast, and that's it. So it's pretty outstanding. It saves a lot of money and it saves a lot of time, as opposed to building like a big campfire and you're cooking on that. It just takes a while and you get uneven heat. This thing is great. On to number 8.
Number 8, hooks and bungee cords. When you live in such a small space, you need to be resourceful and creative. So we had to hang up these hooks over there because we don't have too much storage and we need to hang our stuff at the end of the night. We also have the bungee cords right there. We're using this one for our paper towel dispenser. And yeah, it's just very useful. The bungee cords especially can keep things nice and secure. Your hooks give you much more options. We have our towels in here. We hang our trash bag in here. And it just helps with the amount of space that you have. So very important. these two, and that's it. Number 9.
Lighting. We've been staying some pretty remote places lately, and it's super pitch black at night. Inside the van, outside the van, many lighting options we need. Of course, number 1 is definitely headlights, headlamps on that list. Next we have this small battery powered rope light here, which is nice. It lights it up, but it's not too bright. We have lights in the van, but they're extremely bright, and they drain our battery. This kind of gives us just enough light to get around the van and not use an excessive amount of power when we're actually in it. And it's not so abrasive if there's like people around us, campers and stuff like that. So that's a big one. I also have an additional couple flashlights up front. I keep one in my bag of power cords and stuff like that in case we need it as well. And then we have this guy. This is quite handy and bright. Just a couple of batteries. It's magnetic. So we can put it anywhere on the van. It's extremely bright, and it's just nice to put anywhere. I think this is like $5 or $6. Carry it. That's why I have this S-hook on there, so I can hang it from the top if I need to. Very handy to have. That's pretty much it. The more the merrier, I guess. Number 10?
Number 10. Organization. We have a couple things to keep our stuff organized. We have these packing cubes for our clothes. They're great. We've been traveling with them internationally, but they're also cool for camper van life because they keep all your stuff separated. Like these ones are shirts. I have a separate one for pants. We have separate ones for cold weather items. Other organization stuff are, don't look in the cabinet, are these little cube things that we got. So just like this, we keep all of our kitchen utensils in here, and then we also have these smaller ones for obviously smaller items. We have a separate one just for our hygiene stuff. We keep our bath stuff in there and our toothbrush stuff in there. So it's just really nice to keep everything separated. Not all vans have very good storage. Sometimes it's just one big one. So it's nice to have like little compartment areas for your stuff so you can easily find what you need. Action! And that is it for our Van Essentials video. And hopefully you find
your own essentials. That's it for our essentials video. It was essential that we show you. Now we're essentially gonna go get warm.
bye!
Bye.
Okay, bye!